Hello, welcome back to another game state analysis video. Today we're looking at a Void Spirit Magnus lane. As we see, the Void Spirit is pretty far ahead actually. He's actually out farming me. Now this is due to in fact that I'm pulling and stacking camps, and these camps aren't actually for me, they're for the PA, which I'm going to empower, so taking some sacrifices there. But looking elsewhere, we have bottom lane, we have the Clonks, and we have the CM versus the Slardar and the Tusk. Bottom lane doing pretty well, actually. If we see here, the Slardar is kind of topping the charts, so keeping that in mind. We don't really want to make a rotation down there because he's already having a good game, and I think we deal with Klinks later. You know, PA, Slardar, Magnus. We're going to be able to deal with Klinks later, so, but heroes that we aren't really able to deal with, the Void Spirit, right? He is very evasive, very hard to lock down and kill, you know. And we also have to think about their pace of the game, right? So they've got some big buttons, you know, big buttons. We got some big buttons too. We got RP, but that's pretty much it in terms of team fight, where they have like the Ravage, CM ult, Earth Splitter, Void Spirit running around, Klink's doing a bunch of damage. They just have like strictly better team fight than us. We do farm better than them, right? We do hit creeps faster than them within power. Slardar off to a great start, me off to a pretty good start, you know, and we're just going to keep the case, you know, we're going to keep it the same way, keep the game pace as is, you know. It is 1-4 in our favor. Our lanes are doing very well, and the only thing that could really hurt that, you know, is this Void Spirit. So, you know, keeping all this in mind, we're all expecting Void Spirit to make a rotation. We saw a haste rune earlier. This is obviously, I don't have vision of him farming this camp, but we did see him grab this haste rune earlier. That was pinged out, and we're going to be switching over to my player perspective. So the heroes I'm kind of looking to protect are the PA and the Lich. You know, these are susceptible to being ganked by the Void Spirit. Kind of hard for Void Spirit to gank the Slardar because the Slardar just is kind of a beefcake, and he's got the Tusk behind him. So he's going to want to kill the PA, right? He's going to want to kill the hero that he's most likely able to kill. He can't really kill me, you know. And as we see here, as he makes this rotation, I have to keep in mind, like, I have to push out this mid wave before I make the rotation, because I want this mid lane to be pushing into his tower. And normally, you know, if the hero's not in your lane, you don't really have to push it out, but like being a hero like Magnus, I can push it out real quick before I respond to anything. So everyone's pinging Void Spirit missing. This is a bug as of now, but like normally if you were to ping Klinks is missing, right, you would see like that chat wheel, like Klinks is missing. So we're all pinging Void Spirit's missing. We got multiple pings. We all know where he's going, right? It's no surprise. Like, he's going to go to the top lane with that haste rune. And we're all just waiting, right? We're waiting, ready and waiting. And pause right here. We do now see the Void Spirit. The woods are beginning to stir. He is committing his rotation to the top lane, and we're ready and waiting. So we're kind of left with a decision here. You know, we could push this tower. Maybe we won't kill it, right? We could kill it, but it's very likely that, you know, Tide could rotate, or like CM could rotate. You know, Void Spirit can just kind of mop up these kills. I don't know. Anyone can kind of come and defend this tower for me. The tower is being pushed, but at the same time, we have to keep in mind what they want to do and what we want to do. We want to farm and hit creeps, and they want to stop us from doing that, right? They want to apply the pressure, and our team is a much more defensive team, right? We have the Tusk Snowball save. We have the Lich Ice Armor. These are kind of like defensive supports, you could say. Tusk and Lich, you know, obviously being able to kill people, but like, that's if they step up too far, you know. You don't want to like run around with Lich and like kill people. It's kind of not what the hero does. Now, PA, Slardar, they kind of want to sit back and hit creeps, you know. PA, obviously, once we get our items, we want to run around and kill people. But right now, you know, their team is just going to be better than us. If we were like even in farm at 10 minutes into the game, everyone had their ults, like their team would just fight better than us, because we have RP and Chain Frost, and they have Ravage, Ice Nova, Void, like whatever, all this shit. I don't play CM, sorry. Earth Splitter, they have the Void Spirit, the Klinks, you know, they have all these like they have a lot of damage, right, early on, you know, and we got to farm to that. So we got to protect our PA. So we're going to respawn. We're going to TP top. And he's not going to see this shit coming because, you know, What Magnus is going to TP in, you know? He's like not even, he's just like, all he can care about, right, is killing these two guys. Because like, this is just unsuspected. Now he gets RP'd, gets the damage, and his haste is worn off. He's skewered into the tower and he dies. We do lose the Lich here. It's unfortunate, but we do trade quite favorably here. We trade 2 supports for basically their mid, right, who was previously ahead of me in net worth, and now I'm 500 above him. I get to empower the PA, and this rotation is just, you know, beautifully executed by myself, you know? Like, worst case scenario, they both die, and they'll lose this tower too, right? Keeping in mind this cart. If they were to kill these 2 heroes and just like push the wave out, the 3 of them, ET, Void Spirit, Tidehunter, they would probably kill all of them, right? Had I not been here. This guy is really low. Tuskar TP'd in, died immediately. And, you know, this is just like a beautiful execution of a defensive rotation, and understanding that sometimes defensive rotations are arguably better than offensive rotations, because this is this guy's game, right? He just rotated up here. He just committed a lot of resources, and he basically got nothing out of it. He died. We get to defend the tower. He's losing XP mid. He's like losing out a lot. And if we see here, you know, I'm going to be level 7 while he's still level 6. You know, I'm going to hit some creeps here. And I'm level 7, about 7.5, and he is level 6.5. So my game is off to a phenomenal start. I am going to stack more for my boy here, maybe farm a couple camps, you know, on my way back, because I feel as though, you know, I've saved this guy's game. So, yeah, just keeping in mind that these rotations, albeit, you know, you're not really taking anything from them, but you're keeping your objectives alive. This tower being full HP, PA having a much better game now with, like, if she were to die there, she'd be 0-2, you know, and probably have like 10 CS or whatever the case may be. So, keeping all of that in mind, and hopefully this was informative for you, and you can understand my map movements and decision making at this moment of the game. Thank you.